Excuse me, you need to move.
The voice sliced through the airport louder than the boarding announcements. It wasn't polite. It wasn't even human. It was the kind of shriek you'd expect from a kettle that's been boiling since 1995. Heads turned, coffee cups froze midair, a guy dropped his sandwich, and even the airport Wi-Fi seemed to disconnect out of fear. A blonde English mother, wrapped in a blindingly white sweater, as if she was auditioning for a detergent commercial, had her finger pointed like a weapon. Her target? A 40-something black woman, just existing, sitting, breathing. That was apparently the crime of the century. "Move," she barked again, finger jabbing the air like she was swiping at invisible flies. Gasps rippled through the terminal. One guy's even choked on his overpriced airport bagel. The black woman blinked, confused. She wasn't sitting on a throne. She wasn't hogging a VIP couch. Just one ordinary plastic chair with gum stuck under it. But you'd think she'd stolen the crown jewels the way this lady was carrying on. "I'm sorry," the black woman asked softly. The English mother leaned forward, veins popping. "You heard me! Get up! My daughter's not standing while you take up space!" And there she was, the daughter. 15, blonde, drowning in pink clothes like a walking strawberry milkshake. She clutched a doll that looked more stressed than she did. And let's be real, if at 15 you're still bringing dolls to airports, the real problem might not be seating. The girl just stared, lips pursed, eyes cold like she'd been practicing that look in the mirror. The doll's plastic eyes almost screamed, "Don't drag me into this!" The waiting area had turned into live theater. Passengers leaned in like it was Netflix with no subscription. A guy in a gray suit mouthed, "Is this really happening?" A backpacker whispered, "Bro, don't stop her! This is better than TikTok!" The black woman's chest tightened. She could move, end it all. But the way this woman shouted, it wasn't just about a chair. It was about dignity. So she straightened up and said firmly, "No, I'm not moving." Boom. If the first shout was a kettle whistle, this was a thunderclap. Passengers gasped like they'd just seen a plot twist in a soap opera. The man with the coffee muttered, "Uh-oh, she did not just say that." The mother's jaw unhinged like a cartoon villain. Her face turned tomato red. "How dare you? Do you know who I am?" "Lady, judging by that sweater, you're either a mom or a backup member of ABBA." Her hands slammed on the armrest, and she screamed louder. "You people are always taking things that don't belong to you! Not this time!" The daughter stepped closer, doll hanging in her hand like it wanted to crawl away. She glared at the black woman like she was plotting revenge for a stolen Barbie dream house. The black woman's heart raced, but her voice didn't shake. "I said no." And just like that, the blonde mother combusted. She shot up from her chair, finger nearly poking the woman's eye out. "You're going to regret this! My daughter deserves that seat!" The crowd? Oh, they were loving it. Phones were out, angles were being checked. One guy whispered, "This is going viral, 4K quality." Then it happened. A deep voice boomed from the back. "Enough!" Everyone turned. A man with a newspaper folded it dramatically like he'd been waiting his whole life for this role. He pointed right at the furious mother. "Everyone here sees what you're doing, and it's disgusting." Gasps, applause, somewhere someone yelled, "Preach!" The blonde mother spun, but she wasn't met with support. She was met with glares, disgust. One woman with a stroller shouted, "Sit down, Karen!" Another man yelled, "It's a chair, not Buckingham Palace!" The mother stammered, looking around, but for the first time, she realized nobody was on her side. Not even her daughter. because that poor girl's face was turning bright pink, matching her outfit. She tugged at her mother's sleeve, whispering, "Mom, stop!" Even the doll looked embarrassed. Heavy footsteps. Enter airport security. Vest glowing like a neon sign, voice calm but sharp. "Ma'am, that's enough. Either calm down or we'll escort you out." The mother froze. Her mouth opened, then shut. Her daughter tugged harder. Thone stayed recording. The shame was suffocating. And finally, she sat. But here's the thing. The black woman didn't gloat, didn't throw a sarcastic "thanks for the seat," didn't even smirk. She just sat there, steady, silent, like a queen who doesn't waste words on peasants. And that silence, it burned more than any insult could. The terminal came back to life, announcements crackled, coffee slurped, suitcases rolled, but everyone who saw it would never forget it, because they'd witnessed the battle. Rage versus calm. Hate versus dignity. And dignity won, without even standing up. That's the thing about power. It doesn't always scream, doesn't always push. Sometimes power just sits down and refuses to move. And in that airport, one woman reminded everyone, sometimes the loudest answer is silence. And sometimes the funniest part, watching a woman in a white sweater get roasted by her own 15-year-old kid holding a doll that saw the whole thing.